Now that we've set up our templates and our prerequisites and things like that, we need to be able to connect to the cloud account in order to deploy. If you're using AWS for assumed role, there's another video for that. If you're using GCP, there's another video for that. This one, we're going to work on Azure. So I'm in the Cloud Console or the Cloud Shell on the Azure portal. You can use your CLI or whatever you want from anywhere. The first thing we need to do is get our subscription ID here. Then we're going to run another command and we're going to set the subscription ID. So we're going to come through. We're going to nuke this little thing right here. And we're going to add in our subscription ID. All right. Perfect. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to create the service principal that we're going to need. This is going to output 4 lines of information that we're then going to put inside of the variables in the M0 platform, and that will allow us to authenticate our deployment to your cloud. So we'll go ahead and create that, creating contributor role assignment. All right, this gives us an app ID, a display name, a password, and a tenant. So let's go ahead and copy our app ID first. Go over to here, subscription ID. So our subscription ID is right here, sorry. Then we've got our client ID, which is going to be our app ID. Client secret, this is going to be the password created. Perfect. We'll mark that one as sensitive. And then we have the tenant ID. Put that right there. We'll go ahead and save those variables here inside of the project variables. And now when we run our deployment, and it pulls up the Azure, stuff for that so that we can deploy to Azure. It's going to use this in the as CLI so that we can go through and make that deployment.